Hello there, hi, it's Julie Rothwell here from artyheaven.com. I am, for those that don't know me, I am an encaustic wax artist. I did a live video from my studio earlier on today, and I was talking about the new encaustic wax monthly membership hub that I've pulled together. But my internet wasn't working up there, and I turned the video around and it all I couldn't get access to the actual hub because I'd forgotten I hadn't connected to the internet. So I promised I would do this live when I got home. So here we go. So let me turn this around. Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, I have a website which is artyheaven.com. And I've got all sorts of information on here, all about encaustic wax. So if you have never come across encaustic wax before, it is the most beautiful tactile thing I think I've ever come across. I've been working with it for a good number of years now. It is the most versatile medium I have ever encountered, and I absolutely love it. There's a little video on the homepage so you can kind of paint with an iron, you can paint with a stylus. This video is live. If you go and have a look at my website, you'll see all of this. So complete beginner can paint using this style with an iron on a fairly low heated wax in a single layer. Or it's another style where you have Damar resin added to it. It'll probably come along in a moment. Hopefully you can see this okay through the live recording. Anyway, this is all on my home screen. So there's a version with Damar resin which you build up in layers, or there's this version which you paint quite thinly onto paper. And honestly, it really is the most therapeutic, beautiful thing to work with. So you can heat it with a hot air gun. There's so much you can do with it. So complete beginners can just create really lovely effects like this, or you can kind of get really into it. And this is the Wax and Damar version coming up in a minute. Hang on, we've gone back to the iron again. There's an awful lot of the iron on this homepage actually. So we'll get there in a moment. Yeah, super easy to clean. And every picture is going to be unique as well. So you can start simply with these pre-colour blocks. This is where I was getting to. Or you can colour the wax with the Wax and Damar, and you can build it up in any number of ways. You can add pigment within, on top, underneath, and you build this up in layers and fuse it together. So it's the most beautiful. So it's all encaustics. There's loads of information on here. So feel free to come and have a rummage around my site. But what I wanted to talk about, and I was talking about at the studio today, if you go to the shop area, Learn Encaustic is where you want to go, and scroll down to the online courses. So I used to do an awful lot of workshops in person, but I'm actually bringing a lot more of those online now. I can help a lot more people by doing that online. I love doing workshops in my studio, but I can only ever have sort of a small number of people there. So by bringing this online, I feel that I can help more and more people. So I do 2 art retreats, art retreats a year. One for complete beginners, new to Wax and Damar, and one for artists already working with it. It's literally 4 people, so you can go and view the information there. 4 people on each workshop, and we just have an absolute week of pure bliss. We have one day up in London where we visit some old Fayum panels, but the rest of the time is literally at my studio. It's a beautiful location. It's in the Hertfordshire countryside, and it is just glorious. So there's lots of information on my website about that. So yeah, I've really kind of cut back on the in-person workshops just for those art retreat weeks, and then bringing all of this other stuff online. So I'm really upping my online courses this year. I get great feedback on them. I'm just over the moon with how they've been going. So you can check out all the online courses, and there's a new monthly call as well. So if you click through, this is what you will find. So this is all about this brand new monthly membership and inspiration thing that I'm doing. Hello, Paula. Hello. Thanks for jumping on. So in addition to the online courses that I'm doing, sometimes people want additional feedback on that. So they've got the online course, but they're still experiencing issues, or maybe they're just working with it and they've got questions that come up. So I've created this. I'm not aware of anything else. I might be wrong, but I'm not aware of anything else like this on the internet anywhere that is specific to encaustic wax, which is basically painting with hot beeswax. So if you come and have a look through, I'm not going to read through all of this right now. But it's basically building a community of artists and people that actually, let me turn this back around again because I don't want to show you my screen all the time. But it's basically building a community of encaustic artists who actually know what encaustic is. The majority of the time, certainly over here in the UK, you tell somebody you're an encaustic artist and they just kind of look at you with this raised eyebrow and say, what? So first of all, somewhere to do that. We are going to have artist interviews. We're doing book reviews. I'm going to give you behind the scene peeks into people's studios. All sorts of things. So I started these calls in January and they had really good feedback. Sorry, just a comment come in. This is really wonderful. I could have used that kind of support when I worked in encaustic. Exactly. I just find so many encaustic artists really isolated. They've got all these questions, but it's really difficult trying to find, you can get a book and you can find, you can scroll Facebook groups and scroll hundreds of answers to try and get the information that you need. But I've not found anywhere that you can go and actually ask the questions you want and get a direct answer, unless you go and physically book onto a workshop, an in-person workshop or something. So I've kind of created this as a bit of a halfway point between the two. I would love to jump on a plane and go to every single encaustic club, course, workshop that there is, but it's just not always possible. So I've kind of created this as a two-way communication for people who are working with encaustic, to really kind of fill that gap a little bit, really. So, oh wow, you're excited about this. You might just pick up encaustic again. You do that, Paula, that would be brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So it'd be great to have you join us if you fancy that. Honestly, it is the most beautiful medium, and what I find is anybody who's got the encaustic bug, and you will know if you do, the majority of people won't have a clue, but you will know if you've come across encaustic, got all those questions and you want to know those answers, then this is going to be the place to come and take a look. So it's a brand new thing. Well, I've been doing video calls for a couple of months and they've had such good feedback. Doesn't matter if you can't join. You can send your questions ahead of time and then I will, on the live call, answer those questions for you. You can email me throughout the month. So you've kind of got access to me. And then what I'm going to do is the questions that come up, I'm going to almost like a mini workshop with the thing. So there was a guy last month that wants to know more about layering images within the layers of wax. So we're going to touch on that this month. There was another lady, a lady on the first month's call who has got all of the kit, but is just like, I don't know where to begin. And I see this time and time again as well. So people get a bit overwhelmed with where to start. So really kind of direct you and hone you into, right, okay, just do this bit and then we'll move on to the next bit and then we'll do on to the next bit. So that's the purpose of it, basically. And you don't have to be a proper encaustic artist to join. Anybody with an interest in encaustic, it's absolutely fine. You don't have to be, a full-time, a professional artist will get an awful lot out of it, as will a complete beginner who's just interested in wax as well. So, and it's just a place to really get some inspiration and, come away feeling really uplifted and just sparking with ideas. I think we can all share ideas. We can all say something that's going to spark an idea off and it will just, oh my goodness, I've got to go and try that. So I don't always have live video at my studio. So what I will do is I'll do the majority of the calls at home, but then I'll go back and film little video clips throughout the month and drop them into the membership throughout the month. So it really is like a two-way interaction. And that's basically how I'm planning to do them. And also as a reminder, months go by without actually creating anything sometimes. In my experience, life gets busy. So I've done these as well as a reminder to always kind of give yourself that, yep, I'm definitely going to go and do something today and I'm going to make that time. So, take that self-care time to do that as well. And then I've kind of hooked it all up into this membership site. So it's really easy to find the information that's relevant to you so that you're not overwhelmed with a shed load of content that's not relevant. And yeah, so I would have loved this kind of thing when I first started. So do go and have a look, as I say, artyheaven.com/online-courses. I'll put the link in the comments below as well. But have a look, and if you think that sounds like just the thing for you, then you know, do go and have a look at that. As I say, it's really a really good halfway point between physically going to a workshop and just scrolling the internet. You can spend hours on YouTube, but this is really about getting really focused, to the point, and finding the information that's relevant to you, and having somebody that you can ask that question to, and sort of have a two-way interaction with that. So also I said I'm going to be doing some interviews with encaustic artists. So my interview in March is going to be a lady that really inspired me on my encaustic journey, was Patricia Baldwin. I always get the pronunciation right. Segebrook. Again, I'll put the link below. She is going to be my first interview lady in March. As I say, she really kick-started my encaustic journey, so I'm really delighted to be speaking with her. We spoke in the week. Her whole journey is changing, so we're going to go through all of that as well, which is fabulous. So yeah, check that out, have a look, and if you think that is suitable, you know, for you, then just go and have a look. I'm going to turn this back around again quickly. So as you scroll down, all of this information is going to be here. You can see everything. But when you get to the bottom, there's a little bit about me, and then you've got the course curriculum. So there's a section of how this membership works, and you can go and preview this. Go and click on it now. Go and have a look yourself. So there's how it works, what tech you're going to need. There are two indexes. So there's one with all the content that's recorded by month, and there's one with all the content that's by subject. So you can literally get straight to what you're looking for. You can see what you missed, and you know, go and catch up. You're not spending hours watching irrelevant information. And then what I do is on each one of the calls, when you click in here, so you can go and preview this right now for free, but what you'll see, oh hang on, oh shush. This is me blood on my video. But what I do is actually put a timestamp for what we spoke about and how far into the video for you as well. So you can get straight to the information that you're looking for without spending hours and hours. You know, you don't have to go through an hour-and-a-half video to find the one little bit that you're trying to find. So I've put a really good indexing resource in there as well. So anyway, go and have a look. I hope you like the look of it. I am really excited about it. I'm so excited with the feedback I've had, and as I say, you can either join live or put your questions in ahead of time, and then it's going to hopefully be a really good community of encaustic artists. So I hope you'll come and join me. All right, I'll put all the links below. Yeah, and any questions, just either reply below or drop me an email, julie@artyheaven.com. All right, take care. Bye.